Boring. 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 Boys and girls, this is the one thing you never want to be called as a professional tarot reader. Boring. But you'd be surprised how many people actually fall for this. Why? Some people think that a reading is just, oh hi, draw some cards, yada yada yada, goodbye. But if that's all there is to reading, you're missing out on so many of the other elements that come with a tarot reading. You're missing out on the human connection part. You're missing out on the point that you're trying to help people. You're missing out on the intuitive part of it. You're missing out on the building of bridges and the showing of hows to others. You see, in the Mysterium Intro to the Tarot course, I teach the students something that we call the tarot cycle. Now, what is a tarot cycle? The tarot cycle is basically one of the most, professional ways of conducting a reading. And for all you adults out there, I like to compare it to making love or sex. If you're the kind of guy who just takes off your pants, wham bam, thank you ma'am, then nobody's gonna wanna have an experience with you. It's the same thing here. With a reading, if you're just, oh, take the cards, goodbye, then your clients are gonna be kind of like, was that really worth it? But with a little bit of fluff, or a little bit of tarot foreplay, you can go places with your reading. The first part of the tarot cycle is the pre-reading. We're not even touching the cards yet. This is you assessing the client, looking at them. Are you observing some body language in them that they don't want to be there? Like, or frowns? Because even before you draw any cards, you have to be observant of this. Because this is a telltale sign. Does this person want to be here or not? If I saw these kind of mannerisms, such as shaking of a head, crossed arms, seated far, these are signs of somebody who's uncomfortable. And you will never properly connect to someone who's uncomfortable. So the first thing you need to do is make them comfortable. If I saw somebody like that, I would say, all right, good evening, ma'am or sir. My name is Robert. I'll be your designated reader for today. And I noticed that there was some sort of stress in them. I would say, excuse me, sir, I hope you don't mind me asking, but it seems to me you're a bit uncomfortable. Are you sure you want this reading? Before I even draw a single card. If they say yes, I'd like the reading, then they are giving you consent. And that in itself has a whole energetic thing behind it. And we'll discuss that in another episode. So after you've said that, in the pre-reading part, after you said your hellos, if you can get them to smile, if you can get them to laugh, you're in the good. Because that means they're slowly loosening up. In the pre-reading aspect of the reading, you have to set the parameters of what the reading is going to be about. You have to be clear. Okay, today we're doing this reading for this duration for this price. This way, they know how far the reading is going to go. Until where? So example, if I said, okay, today we're going to do a 10-card Celtic cross for you. They're not going to be saying, oh, but what about my past life spread? It was already stated in the pre-reading that we're only doing Celtic cross. So in the pre-reading, even before you draw any cards, set the parameters of the reading. Very important. The second part, or the tip, is the reading itself. And this is where you will perform any kind of reading that you're agreed upon doing. But remember to stick with the parameters that you set at the beginning of the reading. The third is the post-reading. This is the equivalent of pillow talk, for lack of a better word. And in this part of the reading, this is where you thank, conclude, and invite. In other words, in a post-reading scenario, you say, thank you very much for taking part of this Celtic Cross reading with me, sir. It was an honor to work with you, and I'm very pleased that you enjoyed your reading. Now, I'd like to invite you, sir, to my next service, which is going to be past life readings, for example. And if you'd like to avail of that, simply send me a message and we can set you up for a further date to experience this wonderful reading with me. Moreover, if you want to offer a nice review on my fan page, I will give you this much amount as an incentive for offering a review. In other words, in the post-reading, this is where you're telling them about other services you have. More importantly, you're asking them for their review. Because a review is the second best thing to a word of mouth recommendation. And like I said in a previous video, The word of mouth is the most powerful form of marketing when it comes to tarot. So that being said, getting a review from a client is pretty much a thumbs up from them that you can keep for the rest of your life. So, to sum it all up, a reading has been divided into 3 parts: the pre-reading, the reading proper, and the post-reading. If you implement all of this, your clients will feel that you took extra effort on them and they will keep coming back to you. If you like this video, please like and subscribe by pushing this button here, and don't forget to click the bell to get notifications of new videos. Keep reading, boys and girls.